ConsenSys, basically it's an Ethereum development studio. Joe Lubin, the head of ConsenSys, was one of the co-founders of Ethereum. And was very involved from the very beginning with that project. The numbers that I saw was they're laying off about 100 people out of about 1,000 people. 11% is the rate that they announced. This is kind of part of, similarly to what I think Coinbase announced recently, this is just kind of part of the way the crypto cycle works at this early stage in development, is that there are moments when people have to get a little bit leaner, and this is obviously one of them. I do want to make, I guess, two observations here. One is just that 11% as a layoff rate is actually lower than what we're seeing from a lot of other layoffs coming down the pike right now, including Coinbase and Kraken. And also, in the announcement, Lubin emphasizes that the strategy going forward for ConsenSys will be to really focus on things that are the most promising and the most core to their business. And at this point, that includes MetaMask, which is the wallet software, and probably more pretty soon, and Infura, one of their infrastructure offerings. I think that this tracks pretty well to what I was expecting to see as we head into 2023, is just more of a focus on services that people are going to actually use, that generate revenue, and a lot less on sort of financial games. Obviously not great news, but not unexpected either. And ConsenSys still going strong, and still a quite large organization with nearly 1,000 employees still on the books. Zach, go for it.
Not ConsenSys' first rodeo here. We've seen a lot of these layoff stories over the years from ConsenSys. Riding those highs and lows of the crypto market often comes with some of these corrections, I guess, in the headcount. So the fact that this is 100 people, it's certainly 100 people who are now facing a bit of uncertainty in terms of their job prospects. That sucks, but it certainly could be worse. I think the biggest cuts we've seen in headcount have been sort of on the CeFi side, which is sort of the back end of this statement from Lubin, especially around exchanges who perhaps hired a bit too fast during the bull market. So the fact that this is 10%, relatively small in historical terms for ConsenSys. They've seen some major layoffs. I remember at one point covering a ConsenSys layoff story that was something like 1,300 people were let go, sort of like, I think the last crypto winter. Remember, we did some reporting about that. So certainly they've been through it again. I think it's just worth repeating that total number since April is now north of 28,000 crypto jobs slashed. So there's a lot of people since April who have lost work in the crypto sector. And that's really a remarkable number that keeps on growing, even if by a small increment in this instance. I'll toss it over to Wendy. What's your take on ConsenSys?
I just don't like layoffs. I think they're terrible. And I think now is the time that we actually need to focus on building things. During the bull markets, again, everybody just throws money around. Everything's great. Everybody's kind of just like doing their own thing. But in the bear markets, that's when we kind of really need to put our head down and build. I remember the first like real crypto event I went to, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head, and she's a friend of mine, so forgive me. But she said, bear markets are for building. And I was like, this is like 2018. And she explained why. She says the hype kind of ceases a little bit. Everybody's got more time on their hands. So I understand that they do have to do the layoffs to keep the business afloat. But let's face it, like, if you're like, just because like volume is down and whatnot, but I'm just not understanding how these people are not budgeting to continue to keep these jobs intact and to continue to keep building. When we're talking about tech, which cryptocurrency is a part of the tech world, I feel like humans are so focused on like advancements. And if you're firing people and not building during these downtimes when you can actually flourish, if you budget properly, could these particular projects get left behind? I want to say that Phantom Wallet is going to be coming out with a really great update to allow Solana, Ethereum, and Polygon services to be a part of. So maybe MetaMask will lose its market share to products that are actually have their head down and building.
Yeah, and this is just a good reminder that ConsenSys is not immune to the market forces that are affecting all tech businesses. It's not just crypto that's laying off people right now. Even today, I think Microsoft announced that it was cutting, 11,000 people. So just an order of magnitude bigger for a company that is orders of magnitude bigger. But everyone's feeling the pain in this economy, and it's not just crypto that's coming under pressure. I'm sorry,
we'll leave that one there.
10,000 people, not 11,000.
We'll do that
Close
one.
enough, close enough. You did good.
Okay. That was a big layoff from the Microsoft folks.